Trail, it's going down. Meet me in the mall. It's going down. Meet me in the club.
Praise, honor, glory, respect, and homage to Yahweh. All praise, all honor, all glory, all respect, all homage to the Most High Yahweh. Shalom to all the brothers, shalom to all the sisters. A lot going on. Let's get to it. This is another episode of HOI News. United States. Let's start in the United States, okay? And then we'll branch out. But for right now, okay, so on the West Coast, we're having issues with drought, severe drought, and severe weather is very hot. Another heat wave over there. There are wildfires over there on the West Coast from Alaska on down. It's like 12 states right now that are on fire. You understand? Oregon, the bootleg. I thought it was bootleg at first, but it's bootleg fire over there in Oregon. It was a point in time, Oregon didn't have slavery, but what they did have was if you were a so-called black, you couldn't live in Oregon. Now they're on fire. So, I mean, you know, you'll be all right, Oregon. Good luck with that. Same thing with Canada. Canada is having a lot of issues with fires recently. A lot of our so-called Native American brothers and sisters, children were found in mass graves over there in Slovakia, in Canada. And that's terrible because now everything's on fire over there. Most High sent 700,000, I don't know who counted that, but it was 700,000 lightning strikes within 15 hours, sparking fires all over the place, and it's a drought and it's extreme heat. So yeah, we're gonna let it burn for a little bit. Apparently people didn't like finding their ancestors in mass graves. Not saying they did it, whoa, calm down, but at the same time, somebody is torching those churches over there in Canada. Last time I checked, it was up to 45, and that was like weeks ago. So it was probably up higher than that. Somebody is taking gasoline and matches and turning those churches into parking lots. Okay, so that is on the West Coast. The East Coast, flooding all over the place. Bucks County, which is a predominantly white area of Pennsylvania, had the worst flooding in 100 years, something like that. A lot of people underwater, a lot of people had to get saved, and a lot of damage, a lot of downed trees, flooded houses, all that good stuff. So Babylon's falling.
Ready?
Our news in Florida. We're going to stay in the United States. In Florida, it was a collapse of the Surfside building. It was a condo in Miami. It collapsed at 2 o'clock in the morning. It was 12 stories. It felt like free fall speed, man. It ain't no way nobody was getting out of that. You would sleep at 2 o'clock, you slept permanently in that junk. So it fell, and then a fire happened underneath in the bottom, like the base. They couldn't even get there, but there was a fire there. And then not long after that, a hurricane showed up, and it was tornado. It was pretty bad. It was hard. It hampered the efforts to save people. A lot of people were missing, but once 12 stories either falls on you or you're at the 12th story and you fall 12 stories, might be all she wrote. A lot of so-called Jews were in that building. Revelation 2 and 9ers, if you will. They didn't make it. They did a lot of prayers, a lot of hope. Didn't go to the top. Those prayers did not go to the top. They found maybe 1 or 2 people after everything collapsed. But other than that, everybody else pretty much perished. Now, the latest is the dog, man.
damn shame what they did to that dog.
It's a damn shame what they did to that dog. Surfside collapse response dog Teddy is unable to walk and he needs help. The damn response dog needs help. Okay? Okay, the dog that, what do they call those dogs? Those are, Slovakia. Therapy dogs. The therapy dog cannot walk now. You see how the Most High is? He collapsed the building at 2 o'clock in the morning. He started a fire in the basement. First of all, the sinkhole. The thing sunk into itself. So underneath all that, a fire started. Nobody could put out the fire. They couldn't get that far in. So the fire happened, and then the tornado showed up and messed up hampered the efforts to save people. Okay. And now the therapy dog can't walk, man. That therapy dog's from Philly too. Hey man, God is not mocked. Whatever you sow, you're gonna reap. And that happened in Miami. Let's not forget, Miami had their Pride Parade on Juneteenth. They could have picked any day out of the week. Slovakia, out of the month. They chose Juneteenth, the day that so-called blacks, thought they were free. You know what I mean? Ended slavery into a whole nother slavery. But that's what the day they picked it. And what happened that day? One of them got ran over by a participant. A 77-year-old man that was a participant in the Pride Parade got ran over. No. Actually ran somebody over, Slovakia. And they thought it was a terrorist attack, but no, that was their own people that ran themselves over. And then that's when the condo collapsed. So God's not mocked. Whatever you sow, you're going to reap.
And I don't understand how people, you can look at this stuff happening and you cannot see what's going on.
Saying the jab, right? Everybody that's unvaccinated is the reason why the numbers are going to spike. But that's not exactly true if you pay attention to what's going on in Israel. Israel had the most vaccinated people in the world. And now they're getting hit with the Delta variant. So, is it the unvaccinated that's doing this? No. It's a variant. Coronavirus is actually a cold, mutated cold. Nobody has a cure for the cold. So what is this? What is this jab? Right? So, also in England, which people are actually being honest over there. In America, they're not being honest. In England, 60% of the people that are hospitalized got both shots. So when they blame the unvaccinated, that's not necessarily the case. So Biden and them are really pushing this agenda. These are eugenics. They think they're better than everybody, and they don't want people here. You understand? So at this point, they're going to go door to door to targeted communities, encouraging them to get the jab. Okay? Also, you're not able to say anything about the jab. So let's see how long this video can stay up, because I didn't really say anything bad about it. But, any type of dissent, they take it down. So that's not freedom. This is more North Korea than North America. Okay? So when you stand up and you pledge allegiance to the flag and all that other good stuff, you got to remember, you put something up on Facebook, the government actually said out their mouth, we'll take it down if we don't agree with it. Because we are the fact checkers. So that's going on, and the Delta variant hasn't really hit the U.S. like that, but it's moving and shaking. They say L.A. is has an epicenter right now of a lot of cases, and what are they going to do? Shut down the country again? Probably. Are you ready? Better be.
Civilize these peckerwoods.
Outside of the country, over there in the Holy Land, the Revelation 2 and 9ers ran up in Ishmael's Al-Aqsa Mosque and began with the same thing like last time, kicked them out, threw them out, pushing the women and all this stuff. And Hamas is just saying, all right, is this what you want? You guys wanted a treaty last time, because Hamas ready to go. Them Arabs over there, they ready to go. They might not have the weaponry that Israel has, but they got the heart to rumble. And they just keep on going. They'll throw 1 million missiles over there, and until Israel runs out of missiles for their Iron Dome, which American taxpayers so conveniently paid for to replenish. So there goes your reparations. You know what I'm saying? You want tax cuts? No, we got to pay for military aid to Israel, and we got to pay to replenish their missiles out of their Iron Dome. Thank you, Joe Biden. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, Revelation 2 and 9ers lives matter. Not yours, but you stayed in line during the pandemic to vote for him. You know, what do you do with that? But that's going on in Israel. And let's see what else is going on across seas. So also there are dramatic floods in Europe. Pretty much all of Europe. Okay, Belgium, Austria, Germany, Denmark, Netherlands. Now, if you think about it, Belgium, you remember seeing Exterminate the Brutes? Good show. If you haven't seen it, I believe it's on HBO Max. Check it out. It's kind of like a documentary. In Belgium, they had human zoos where our ancestors, they used to throw them in the zoo and people used to come there and watch them and feed the little black children, black child and all that. So now they're underwater. So what are you supposed to pray for that? How do you pray for people that do stuff like that? That's their ancestors, you know what I mean? And all those other European countries, you know what I'm saying? Esau is not stupid. He's dumb. He's not stupid. He's dumb because he's not saying anything. He's not speaking up. Well, guess what? Now you're underwater, just like the days of Noah. And also, the Chinese, man, you see the floods over there? 2 dams got breached. 2 dams got blown away. So now it's catastrophic flooding over there in China. I mean, think about it. Moab owns 50% of the IT departments, rather. As far as like Facebook, Instagram, everybody, YouTube, that takes down our platforms and our pages, half of them are Moabites. Out underwater. A huge explosion happened over there as well in the aluminum plant. And if that wasn't enough, Moab and Ammon, they brothers, they don't like each other though. You know what I'm saying? So, China's ready to invade Taiwan. They didn't say, they said maybe, no, they said when. When we liberate Taiwan, Japan do nothing. If you send one person, one boat, one anything, we're going to nuke you. We're not going to shoot you. We're not going to have sanctions. We're going to nuke you. And you got to believe when China says they're going to do something, they're going to do it. They said before, look, we're not going to nuke anybody that doesn't harm us first. They said Japan, we got the Japan exception rule or something like that. Like, we made it just to accept just for y'all. We don't like y'all. We already been through 2 wars with y'all. Next time we're going to wipe you off the map. Say something else. So they're rumbling each other. It's just a beautiful thing. Right now, the Palestinians, 10,000 deep, ran up into the Revelation 2 and 9er spot and said, we ain't going nowhere. So that is a beautiful thing that's occurring across seas right now. All right, stay tuned. There's more.
God is destroying you left and right.
Other news, in India, they're saying the death tolls that they have over there for the Delta variant is significantly less than what it actually is. They saying the death toll is 414,000, which is a vast undercount. Report released Tuesday estimated the excessive death, the gaps between those recorded and those that have been expected, 3 million to 4.7 million deaths. India is catching the hell over there, you know what I'm saying? And also they have the black fungus over there. Black fungus, that's funny. That's killing people as well. They had their cyclones or whatever like that. They threw away their idols in the water. It's getting bad over there in India. But moving on. Of course, in Japan, People are athletes are getting the coronavirus. Of course, it's almost, we can assume that they got vaccinated, correct? I mean, why would they be over there if they weren't? And if they were unvaccinated, that would be like top story. They are not unvaccinated and they're getting sick. So have fun with the idea that the Olympics will go on. It'll be fun to watch them try. Okay, because the Most High ultimately has the final word. Taco Bell menu was hit with a nationwide shortage of ingredients. Seems like famine to me, correct? It's beef, chicken, kind of important stuff. So Taco Bell is in trouble. A lot of people are quitting their jobs because, they realize they're not, they're being taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? So one Burger King made a sign saying, "We all quit." I'm sorry, but we all quit. So people are moving on to bigger and better things. Okay, so America is sinking quickly. One of the first people that was convicted, getting jail time in the January 6th Capitol riot, got 8 months. Yeah, of course you can just run into the Capitol and run around, and of course police died, a woman died, a couple people died actually. Somebody with a flag that says "Don't tread on me," waving it over and over and over all over the place, got trampled. But I don't see how they're not getting conspiracy for that, because when you commit a crime and people die, you're supposed to catch that body, right? But I guess only if you are a Negro in America. So Esau ran up in the Capitol, only got 8 months. He'd be out in 7. Who knows? I know it's federal, so he's going to do most of that time. The NFL said they will include the Black National Anthem. You can keep it, NFL. You can keep your Black National Anthem. Kaepernick still doesn't have a job, so your window dressing doesn't work over here. And what else do we have for you? It is the end of the world. Okay, so everything that happens is meant to happen. You gotta be sharp, be on point, be girded up, read the scriptures, pray, meditate, fast, repeat, pray, meditate, fast, repeat. But you gotta repent, okay? Immediately repent. Come back to the law, statutes, commandments, know who you are, and get ready for the fun that's on the way. Speaking of fun, in the International Space Station, there is a clip. They have live streams over there, so somebody recorded the clips of so-called UFOs flying everywhere. I'm talking not one, not two, they were dozens, and this is on one angle. So they're all over the place. Okay, the military, of course, released their 9-page document saying we don't know who they are, but then they had a closed door briefing where I believe a senator or congressman came out and said, Ezekiel's will, we know who they are, we don't know what to do about them. Slacky, we don't know what to do about them. And there's nothing you can do about them but stand there and take it, just like we had to take it for centuries. So enjoy the festivities, enjoy the fun. Most High probably has so many different ways of getting at these people that we'll be able to see. So I will bring that to the forefront. Mass shootings, huge accidents, you know what I'm saying? So let's enjoy the fun, enjoy the fireworks. Jacob's Trouble's on his way. They shot the president of Haiti. That's, that country's going into descent. Lebanon's not looking good, going into descent. Cuba, wilding out. France is wilding out. France actually had a jet fall from out of the sky in Maui, or not Maui, I don't know, somewhere in Africa. Who else? Pretty much, it's going down. Okay, so stay focused, stay girded up, like I said, and enjoy the prophecies. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Rakatham. Shalom.
What your shadow?
I will buy Shim Yahweh Shabbat Rakatah. To all my brothers.